The Forsaken Chosen. Chapter 15. The daytime was rewritten. Rowan turned to his mother, his eyes glowing faintly with the light of time itself. "Mom, I'm from the future," he said quietly. "I came back to save you all." Before she could respond, the front door creaked open. His father stood in the doorway, staring in confusion at the sight before him. Rowan's breath caught in his throat. Then he ran forward and threw his arms around his father, holding him tightly. "Dad," Rowan's voice trembled. "I thought I'd never see you again. I missed everyone so much. But this time nothing will happen to you. I'll destroy every monster before they can even touch this family." Mr. Jackson looked over Rowan's shoulder, bewildered, his eyes meeting his wife's. Mrs. Jackson gently pulled Rowan out of her husband's arms. "What are you talking about, Rowan? What apocalypse? What monsters?" Rowan sighed deeply and gestured toward the couch. "You wouldn't understand, at least, not yet. Please, just sit down. Let me explain everything." He guided his parents and his sister, Rena, to sit on the couch while he remained standing before them. His expression hardened as he began to speak. "Here's what really happened," he said, his voice calm but heavy. "Today, Rena was supposed to die. And in 3 months, all of us were supposed to die too. Red Hair and his team left us behind in front of the monsters. We were their sacrifice. I opened my eyes later in a dark cave. A god appeared to me and granted me power, more power than anything in the universe. I thought it was a dream, but when I came home, the house had collapsed. Everyone, our neighbors, our friends, was gone. That's when I realized it was all real. I fought for a year in that future, mastering every power in existence, so I could return here to save you." Mrs. Jackson stood up, staring at him like he'd lost his mind. "Have you been watching too many dramas lately? Maybe we should take you to a hospital." She turned to walk away, but Rena's soft voice stopped her. "Wait, what if it's true?" Rena said hesitantly. "It explains everything, his power, his aura. Dad, today I almost died when monsters attacked the city. The heroes ran away, leaving us powerless people behind. Then Rowan appeared from nowhere. He flew right to me and turned thousands of monsters to ash with just a wave of his hand." Mrs. Jackson froze. "You mean Rowan has an ability now?" she asked, turning slowly. Rena nodded. "He's stronger than anyone I've ever seen." Mr. Jackson stepped forward. "Rohan, you said our house would collapse in the future. Does that mean we'll lose everything?" Rowan shook his head with a faint smile. "No, in the future. Our home is the biggest and most expensive in the world because I built it. Every chair—" He waved his hand and suddenly, a shimmering vision of their future mansion appeared above them. Towering spires of crystal and gold glowed in the air. His family stared in awe. "This," Rowan said softly, "is where I live in the future." A loud knock broke the silence. Outside, a group from the Hero Association stood at the gate, the association president, several officials, and Red Hair himself. They'd come to offer condolences, believing Rena had died during the recent chaos. Mr. Jackson stepped outside, facing them coldly. "What brings you here this time?" he asked. Red Hair opened his mouth to speak, but froze when Rena stepped out from behind her parents, very much alive. His eyes widened in shock, his face draining of color. Before he could say a word, Rowan's voice thundered through the yard. "You thought feeding my sister and the other civilians to those monsters would buy you time to escape, didn't you? Well, guess what? She didn't die." Rowan stepped closer, his eyes glowing with restrained fury. "I thought the Hero Association existed to protect the weak from monsters. But now I see you're training heroes to use them as shields." The association president turned sharply toward Red Hair. "What is he talking about?" "You told me your team arrived after the victims were already dead, torn apart by monsters. Is that true?" Red Hair stammered, his lips trembling, unable to answer. The president's eyes narrowed. "What exactly is going on behind the association's back on the battlefield?" The air grew tense. The truth was about to surface, and the balance of power between heroes and the Forsaken Chosen was about to change forever. To be continued.